with it, but it's too late. You just sold out already.
Yeah.
There's more on this. It says, when thou sawest the thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that we're twin brothers, and he's the evil twin that's running the world right now. And he's out to get us like we're his mortal enemy.
Hey,
That is mother's
he said
brother,
he said that.
her mother's son.
He broke that brotherly covenant.
Yep.
You know, and ultimately it goes back to that birthright.
Yep.
Right? The birthright, which he sold.
Yep.
You know, he sold his birthright.
And despised. Yep.
You know, but it's like later on he was like, "Oh shit, man, I fucked up.
Yep.
I need to get it back, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get it back."
Right.
You know, I'm gonna slay my brother Jacob.
And by default, I should get it. Yep.
And the Lord said he shall live by the sword. You know, and through the sword, through his deception, through his lies, his propaganda, he's been able to take over everything. He's been able to deceive the people, deceive the nations, okay? Run around the earth claiming to be something he's not, okay? And for a long time, he got away with it,
Beautiful.
okay?
Yes, there's still more. It says, verse 20 again, it says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest, we ain't been on that word slander for a while, slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. We're talking about the Most High gave him power to rule in this time and to do whatever thou wilt, so to speak. And this is what he's doing with it. What's in his heart is wickedness and evil and hatred, particularly for his righteous brother, just like Abel and Cain. Right? It says, though thou, thou thoughtest that I was altogether as of one such as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. And that's what we're beginning to see. We're coming back to being the righteous man. We're watching you show your horrors of your wickedness in the earth, and particularly we're going to watch you come down with draconian force against the believers of the Lord.
Right.
God, hey, the Lord didn't create this earth for wickedness and sin to rule forever. That the earth will be destroyed. Everything would die, right? Everything will die if this was to stop. But it's, hey, the water Yahweh outside, because we know that in the end, this wickedness, this root, this evil seed that was planted, it was like it says in the heart of Adam. It's grown. Right now, it's just like it says. I've seen the wicked. It's sprung out. Green Bay tree. It's huge. You know, it's covered the whole earth. Hey, the whole earth is.
Which is?
It's Isaiah 25, verse 7. It reads, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast."
We know mountains represent governments, and that's the government, ruling government that we're in today.
Yeah. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
And it starts with this word. You know, this word, it exposes the things that are done in darkness. You know, the truth can't be overcome. You know, the truth overcomes everything else, the lies. You know, and it starts with this, but it's gonna turn physical. The Lord is actually gonna overthrow this man, and do away with this whole system. You know, this system that's based on lies and deception, man, and murder and theft. You know, and that's why we see the people how we see. That's why our people, because I think it says in Proverbs, the righteous are more excellent. You know, exactly. The ways of the wicked have seduced our people. You know, it's easy being a demon, and it's profitable. Right? It's profitable. You can market yourself as a demon and be successful in this present world. You know? So So you think the Heavenly Father don't see that? You know, the Heavenly Father sees everything. Everything, you know?
Like a lot of the jakes that have to, do something abominable to sell their soul so that they can become successful. Who's setting up these type of requirements for you to be able to partake in an industry like that? You know, who's the one that sets those type of standards within entering in that particular industry? That's you people.
Talent don't get you nowhere in this society. Talent alone, right? Talent alone.
Here it is. You got to commit an act of bestiality, and they'll give you what you want.
Right.
On tape.
On tape, we gotta let us film you. All right, and you gotta that goat or that cow or whatever that we got set up over there. We're gonna take it over to this ranch. We're gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, you do what you do, and then after that, then we'll finalize this contract, and we're gonna blow you up.
Yeah, you come speak out against us. We don't let that take out.
We'll put it out on you.
Expose you.
Ruin you.
Fucked up part is they always hold that tape, no matter what you do. The moment you're producing this high quality money, high price money, or whatever, here come the tape. You're gonna do something else. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna drop that tape on you.
Here comes the accusation. A false accusation. He raped me. Multiple women claiming that he raped them.
Hey, Bill Cosby's a prime example of that. Man, 30 years, if not longer, since he did that shit?
But I think he took the oath because they killed his son, remember?
Yeah, he did take it, bro. so clearly you don't get to that level in status primetime television, NBC, if you ain't made some deals.
Right.
On a major network at a major TV spot in America at this time with that type of influence, and that show the two shows he produced back to back influenced a generation of Jakes, man. You don't have that type of position and power without making some deal that you're supposed to put some certain energy out.
Perfect correlation to Kanye.
Yep.
Yep. Hey, you went from first album College Dropout to talking about you was working at Gap to now you basically making the clothes for Gap.
Yep.
Right.
You're the design head, man.
Yep.
That shows you how much he sacrificed. Hey, but Esau is that catalyst, man. Because what? He put the bottle up to Jake's mouth and was like, you want this? Take it.
Yeah. He sits you down, he gives you the rundown, puts that contract on the table, and he dangles a mill, some properties. He dangles that in front of Jake, and he sells you an illusion, a dream, which turns into a nightmare.
We were speaking about this man being revealed. I got a piss up. I got something. You got something? You go ahead.
Yeah, I want to, because Satan tempt the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and try to get Yahweh Shai to sell out. So let me get Matthew chapter 4, right? Verse. I'm gonna start at 1. Read down. Then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And these small hats, Edomites, they're the physical counterpart of Satan, the devil. Okay? And so they got the same spirit, all right? And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to tempt him, he said, if thou be the Son of the Most High, command that these stones be made bread.
And what's interesting is Satan made sure to wait till towards the end of his fast, when he was at his most weakest point, lowest point, to come and tempt him. He knew that the Lord was very hungry.
Yeah. And he thought
how he does it is he'll go to Jake in a ghetto where he knows Jake is the most hungry.
Yep. And most
He get those types.
and most vulnerable to anything and everything to make it out of that current situation.
Exactly.
A lot of Jake that got rap sheets. You know, they can't get no job. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Jake fighting, cases. You know, Jake is in debt. All type of shit Jake is dealing with.
Trying to raise themselves.
Yeah. You know, Jake under the curse basically. Esau he prays on it.
You know?
Easily.
Yeah.
You know how hungry Jake is. Hey, the word famous,
Yep.
it means to be hungry.
Famished.
Famished.
That's the root word.
For me. You know, so Jake desperate for fame, that's because they're hungry, man. You know?
Whether it's hungry for money, hungry for attention, status, whatever.
Yeah.
They're starving for something.
And Jake in those positions, they hungry for all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
because they want the money so they can get out the position.
Yep.
You know, they want the social status so they can get away from the impoverished hood.
Yep.
You know, and they want a name for themselves because hey, they're nothing, man.
Yep.
Jake
You
won't.
notice how in sports, particularly, they talk about this word. Now, I hate sports talk, but the word that they leave out there is legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't paint a picture of a righteous legacy.
Right.
It's all a worldly legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Verse 4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out the mouth.
Salak, this brother made a point earlier about being famished, right? And that's when he tempted him in his weakest moment. And we got to go through that moment coming up too.
Done.
The hour of temptation.
Yeah. Because the account in which the brother brought out is going into the Garden of Gethsemane. You know, and Gethsemane means oil press. You know, that was Yahweh shot when he was under straits, man. You know, because what, he fasted at 40 days, 40 nights. So he's physically hungry. But you gotta think about the things that come with fasting, man. You know, you get an increase in the spirit, but your body is fighting against you, man. That's why the spirit versus the flesh, hey, are so always bumping heads, so to speak, man.
They really can't
that Garden of
coexist.
Gethsemane, it's like your Garden of Gethsemane, that was later on.
Later on, yeah.
That was when he made the prayer before they
Yeah.
But by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and said unto him, if thou be the Son of the Most High, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Yahushua said unto him, it is written again that thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. So Satan was trying to get the Lord to commit suicide.
Right.
See if the Lord don't, and it's thinking crazy.
Yep. So, and that's, he was offering. How you gonna try to offer me what belongs to me?
Ooh, you know what?
You know?
Yeah. That's the type of devil this is, though.
You know? But like it says, the Lord came as a man, and he was tempted as man. So he was in the flesh too, but on a whole different spiritual level, That's the Son of the Yahweh, that's the Son of the Most High.
He was given a different spirit.
Satan, you can't overcome that, Go ahead, bro.
My bad. He was given, he's an example of the spirit that will be given with the second covenant. Okay?
Yeah, he is that perfect example of what we should strive to be like. That's what we want to be like. When we, who do you want to be like? No, we want to be like Yahweh Shai.
I don't want to be like Jordan. I want to be like Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, like Yahweh Shai. That's what we want to be like. Go ahead.
Verse 8, again, the devil taketh him up into a exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Showing deeper than that, man.
The power was given.
What Jake do to fucking try to get, fame in this society? They have to physically do some despicable act. you know, against the law, statutes, and commandments to basically get to that level.